everyone, so today I am going to be filming my labor and delivery storytime video for you guys. I apologize if the room is echoing some throughout this video. It is because I am in my daughter's playroom, which currently doesn't have much stuff in it, and so it's going to echo. My apologies. But anyways, I took detailed notes of my labor and delivery in this book. But anyways, I am trying to film this while she is still sleeping, so hopefully I can get through the whole video without her waking up. So I'm not going to blab on about this, I'm just gonna get right into the video. Also, if you didn't see our labor and delivery vlog video, or a birth vlog, whatever you want to call it, as well as her name reveal, it is going to be in the description box down below, so feel free to check it out. I'm sorry I was so out of the camera, but I am really happy with how it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Anyways, let me get right into this video. That video gives you a great overview of everything that happened, but this video will give you more detail of things that I did not put into the video, so let's get right into the story. Okay, so early labor. You guys did not really get to see much of the early stuff that happened before the actual active labor day that she was delivered on. And so I thought I would start the video by kind of telling you guys some of what happened during that time. And we apologize that we did not film more of the early labor time, but it's just, it was so in the moment. I was feeling stuff that I didn't even realize were real contractions and all that, and so I'm gonna get into it now so you guys actually can paint a picture of how that was prior to active labor. So it was January 27, 2018, and I was getting small leakage. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I was feeling this leakage, and I kept going to the bathroom, but it wasn't pee. It was enough to kind of soak my underwear, and it was odorless, it was clear, and so I was like, maybe it's amniotic fluid. So I looked it up, and what I researched very well said that it could be. It said, so try to use the bathroom, and if it refills again, it fills up your underwear or whatever again, then you might have a small pin-sized hole in your amniotic sac or tear, whatever. That of course worried me because that means that the baby can be open to bacteria and all that bad stuff. So I wanted to know for sure if I was leaking fluid or not. When I read that and that's what was still happening, and I knew it wasn't pee, Dad answered. I let him know, I think I'm leaking amniotic fluid. I would like for you guys to come pick me up because I was at Danny's house at this time. And so that's what they did. They picked us up, they picked me up, Danny up, and his mom up, and we all went to the doctor with my mom. The emergency room told us to go to the labor and delivery center area, so we went there, which is all in the same hospital. We signed in. They took us all to triage, which is the room that you wait in to kind of figure out if the doctor's gonna say you can be admitted into labor and delivery unit. In the room, they had me take a pee sample, I got put into a gown, and then they hooked me up to the monitors to monitor contractions and the baby's heart rate. I felt a pain after I was hooked up, and I didn't even realize that was actual contractions. I thought it was Braxton Hicks, and so the nurse was like, "Oh yeah, you're having a contraction." And I was surprised. I looked on the monitor, it was a contraction. So from then I realized that a lot of the times when I thought I was having Braxton Hicks, it was real contractions. So I finally knew for sure how to identify contractions so I could track them myself as well if I needed to. So the nurse took a Q-tip, and it's a very long Q-tip. She took a swab of the fluid that I was getting out of my vagina and put it into a tube, and she was like,
"Okay, I'll bring this back and it will determine whether you are leaking amniotic fluid or not, and then we can go from there."
So she did that. It came back negative. I was not leaking amniotic fluid. She then checked my cervix to see if I was dilated, and she said I was 2 centimeters dilated. And the crazy thing is that prior to that, the day before, we had a prenatal appointment, and I was checked and I was 0 centimeters dilated, so I jumped 2 in a day. That was surprising, and she said if if I can reach a 4, then I'd be admitted. The doctor wanted me to walk around for 2 hours to see if I would dilate any further, so I walked around the hospital for 2 hours straight. I was very determined to dilate more, so we were walking around a lot. I was taking stairs, I was doing whatever I felt like would get me up to 4 centimeters. And before that, I ate breakfast, and so I was just ready to go. I was like, I really want to have this baby, so I was trying to speed it up as much as I could. So I walked for those 2 hours. They felt like long 2 hours, and then we were getting close to the end of the time, the 2-hour time that they gave us, and I felt the fluid again, that like leakage that I was talking about I had in the morning. So we went back to get checked in case my water broke. However, it didn't, and the nurse was going to check me again for dilation, but unfortunately my baby's head was too low for them to know what amount I was dilated to, and so I was unable to get my cervix checked after all that work, and they sent me home. Speeding along now to the active labor stage, so it was January 29th, 2 days later from that day, and I woke up again early in the morning. It was like 2:30ish. I woke up with pains, and it just felt so uncomfortable. And so at first I was like, okay, maybe it's just minor pains, nothing serious, still early labor probably. So I was going to the bathroom to kind of try to relieve the pain, but when I kept having to do that and it was consistently happening, I immediately thought, okay, I need to track this. So I woke up Danny, because I was still at his house at this time, and I was like, okay, I'm getting this pain. I don't know if it's serious or not, but I'm gonna keep track of it. And he was like, yes, keep track of it. So I was keeping track of it for a good hour, and it was 2 to 3 minutes apart and lasting for 1 minute and 9 seconds. I wrote it down, so I wanted to check. So I started timing it at like 3:07 a.m. That's about how consistent it was. And so once I saw that it was that consistent for an hour and it was hurting pretty bad, I called my mom up and I let her know that I was feeling this pain. It's been consistent for about an hour, and I'm gonna check 1 more hour to make sure it stays consistent, because we were told it should be like consistent for at least 2 hours. So I was like, I'm gonna check 1 more hour because I do not want to be sent home with them saying it's not real labor yet. I want to know for sure. And then we can go to the hospital. We'll know what to do from there. So she said, okay. She started getting ready anyways, because we assumed we were gonna have to go. And I started slowly getting ready, as well as Danny. And then, of course, 2 hours went by. It was still consistent. So once again, all 4 of us went to the hospital. My mom, his mom, Danny, me, and we once again went to triage. They brought us into our triage room. It was the same exact room as the 2 days before, so I thought that was funny. And it was the same routine again. Got a pee sample, I put on a gown that they gave me, and then they checked my cervix. This time, I was 3 centimeters dilated, and so the nurse said, okay, if you can get to 1 more centimeter dilated to be at 4 centimeters, you are already like, I think 75% effaced. Or I was like, really? I was very effaced. She was like,
the baby's really low. If you can just get to 4 centimeters, then we can admit you.
So they gave me the 2 hours to walk around again, and this time, oh my gosh, it hurt. It hurt walking through those contractions. I'm not gonna lie to you, the pain hurt. But I was getting through it, and so I tried to walk through the pain sometimes. It was very, very hard to walk through it though, so I would stop a lot of the times, but the good thing is I was still trying to keep moving. I eventually just felt really sick from the pain, and I threw up in a trash can. It was nasty. I really wanted to get to 4 centimeters dilated so I could be admitted today and have a baby today. So I was like, whatever though, I don't care if I'm throwing up, I don't care that it's painful, I'm going to keep moving. So a lady mentioned to my mom, oh, she should try walking the stairs because that actually helped me dilate very quickly. So I was like, take me to the stairs. Where are the nearest stairs? Thank you. Danny, of course, helped me this whole time, holding me through my contractions and we walked those dang stairs. You best believe I was walking those stairs. So I walked those for like my last hour of time that I had or whatever it was, and eventually I was just like, okay, I need to go back to the room now and sit down. This is just like too bad. It's hurting trying to stand and walk. I feel like I'd be better from sitting now. So we went back, we crossed our fingers, we hoped for the best, and as soon as the nurse checked my cervix, she said,
"Oh, you're at 4 centimeters dilated. Great, you can be admitted."
We cheered, like immediately. Even though I was in pain, that made me so happy that it was like, I don't care that I'm in pain. I'm gonna get through this. I'm having my baby today. And going into labor, I just had that mindset. Like, I already researched a lot and everybody said it would hurt, and so I knew what to expect. I just wanted to have my baby and I wanted to enjoy it as much as I could. They moved us to the labor and delivery room that I was going to be staying in, which I was really, really happy about. And again, hooked me up to the monitors, all that. And we're pretty much free to do whatever at that point. I was free to move around the room, be on the ball, whatever I wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to sit though because I felt most comfortable staying in the bed. And plus I wanted to try to nap some. I took a nap and then I woke up and I was just breathing through the contractions, and that really helped, honestly, just staying calm, breathing through them. They were getting more intense and more consistent, but I just wanted to breathe through them. I was kind of holding off on getting the epidural as far as I could because at this point my water still did not break, and so I wanted to get the epidural right before my water broke because I knew that that would bring my contractions from where they get to even worse and fast. I would dilate quick. So from knowing that, out of research, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit through these as long as I can until it feels like it's taking too long and I'm just ready to get my water broken. So that's what I did. I continued talking to everyone, breathing through my contractions, and then eventually it was like, okay, I'm ready to get my water broken, so can I get the epidural? The anesthesiologist came in and talked to me prior to that and said whenever I was ready to get it, I can get it. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, epidural. They got me ready for the epidural, and then I got it. And when you're getting the epidural, you can only get it with one person in the room. For me, at least. I know not every single anesthesiologist is the same, but that's how my anesthesiologist was. She only wanted one visitor in the room to help hold me while I was staying still and all that, getting the epidural. And then a nurse was in the room. So basically how they have you when you are getting the epidural is that you're kind of like hunched over, and then my mom that stayed with me, she wanted to stay with me to make sure that they did the epidural right since she's been through it. And so I hunched over, and then my mom held my arms, and I kind of was like in a hugging position of her, but I was hunched over, and I could breathe, but I had to stay very, very still. And it was kind of intense because you had to stay very still, but it wasn't painful, honestly. It's a little quick little like pressure like a shot. It's okay. They put, I think, like a tube or something in there so that they could keep giving me the epidural if I needed to, like more dosage, and it'd be easy instead of having to go through the whole process again, which was really nice. And I could also give it to myself, which was nice. I didn't know that. I didn't need to though. They gave me enough to numb me, and that's all I wanted. After that, it went well. I stayed still. It didn't hurt in my opinion, and everyone said I did good. I was really thankful to keep hearing that I'm doing so good. After that, everyone could come back into the room. They gave me apple juice. Yes. And it was just like, okay, I'm ready to get my water broken. So I told the nurse that when she came back, which was like an hour and a half later, I think. And eventually they came to break my water. So they broke my water. I cannot tell you how that feels because I could not feel it. I was numb down there. And when I got it, I heard of people like only having one side get numb because they'd be turned to the side. The nurse wanted to turn me to the side, and I low-key turned myself straight until I felt completely numb because I wanted to be numb on both sides of my body. I did not feel anything when it came to my water breaking, and everything past 6 centimeters dilated. Last time I was checked, I was 6 centimeters dilated. So I got all the way up to 6 centimeters dilated without my epidural, and I felt really proud of myself for that because I didn't know how long I was going to go without it. And honestly, I felt like I could go a little bit longer without it. I just wanted to get the process sped up of having my water be broken, and I wanted the epidural so I didn't have to feel that pain after my water was broken, and I could just enjoy the rest of my labor since it would speed up so fast. As I kept going along, it was a lot easier for them to check my cervix because originally it was really hard to in the early stages, like when I was like 0 to 2-ish centimeters dilated, because her head was literally so low. They had to like reach around her head to get to the cervix to check it with their fingers. And so as I kept getting further and further along, the process was like really quick. Eventually I was sitting there for I feel like 2 or 3 hours. It was a while before my nurse came back because she was delivering another person's baby. But when she did come back, she was like, "Oh, looks like you're ready to push." I said, "What?" But I was excited. So we're like, okay, everybody's getting into gear now. After having like a while to just talk and relax, joke around with everyone, watch TV, it was like, it's time to push. This is like the real deal. So they got everything ready. I asked for a mirror because I wanted to see some of my delivery. And it was time to push. She told me that if you kind of push with your abs, because I could not feel my lower body, if I push with my abs when they say I'm having a contraction, push, that would help me push her out, as well as if you act like you're gonna vomit, so like that's pushing your abs. I actually forgot about that vomit part until I actually did vomit. I couldn't feel pain, honestly, but just it's so much work and it makes you tired pushing for a while. So after a while, I did throw up, but I mean, it's okay. It was actually helping push the baby out, which is funny. And so after that though, I kept going. It gets so trying in those last times, but you persevere because you want that baby out. So even though you're tired, you just keep on pushing. And eventually she came out. And when she came out, she was not crying, which concerned me. I think it was concerning the nurses just a little bit, but eventually she did cry, so there was no need to take her to the NICU or anything. When they put her on me, let me tell you, when they put her on me, I just looked into her eyes, she looked at me, and I was just so amazed. Like, it was just so unreal. It's crazy to be like, oh my gosh, this is the baby that was inside me for so many months that I was taking care of and growing inside of me. It's just crazy. It's mind-blowing. And I was so excited and so happy, but I was so tired at the same time. They cleaned her up, they measured her and everything. She was 21 inches in length and 7 pounds, 13 ounces. I was happy. I predicted she would be around 7 pounds. And she just came out so chunky and healthy. I was so excited. She had dimples like me and Danny, and she's just so beautiful and so chunky. For those of you who are wondering, we named her Aira, spelled A-I-R-A. Everybody loved her, and after they measured her and cleaned her off and all that, they put her back on me, and she latched on quick. Like, that girl was hungry. So she latched on fast, started eating, because of course I wanted to breastfeed, and I still am breastfeeding her. That was really exciting to know that like she latched on so well and just like knew on her own. I have had no problems with her breastfeeding literally since day one, and so that was great. Afterwards, they gave me some food. It was just like fruit and a sandwich. Then they moved us into the recovery room. In order to move me and for me to use the bathroom and all that, they took the catheter out, and I also pushed out the placenta. Forgot to mention that, but I couldn't feel it, like I said, because I was numb down there, completely numb, couldn't feel anything. The only way that I could use the bathroom once they took the catheter out was by this seat thing that would help me get on to the seat. I had to get help, of course. until I could feel my legs and stuff again. I did not have to poop for a minute. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is labor and delivery, so you know there's gonna be too much information in here, but I could not poop for a while. I was able to pee. It was kind of hard to pee because, like I said, I couldn't feel down there, but I was able to pee. I just could not poop. I started eating fiber 1 bars and that helped me poop, but they also gave me stool softeners and stuff. I just didn't take them. But anyways, enough about my pooping. Let me tell you, bleeding, oh my gosh, so much blood, always. And so that just keeps on lasting. Now it is very, very, very minimal. It's like pretty much almost done. Hallelujah. I'm happy about that, but of course I had to wear Depends. I wore Depends, I wore pads. Like, honestly, just do what you gotta do. Depends to me was the easiest to deal with in the very beginning stages because you didn't have to worry about an uncomfortable pad and all that because you are very swollen down there. They gave me this squeeze bottle, which is in the room, so I'm not gonna go get it, but they gave me the squeeze bottle and that kind of helped like clean out the blood and the pee and all that because you get really, really swollen down there, and I did not fully think about how swollen I would get, but you get very swollen. She was great. The first night she actually slept in the glass thing that they put her in for her to be in your room. It's kind of like their crib for the time being. She slept in that for a few hours, so we were actually able to sleep for a little bit the first night, which was nice. Honestly, she was really good. She didn't really give us much trouble in the hospital. She slept most of the time, would wake up to poop and pee. Her first bath was so cute. We did record it, but we did not insert it into the video of the labor and delivery, but yeah, she cried a little bit, but she kind of enjoyed it too at the same time, which is kind of how she is now. She enjoys it if it's warm and all that, but of course sometimes she will fuss a little bit. She is still good. She of course loves being held because a lot of people held her in my family. That's just how it is. I mean, she's the first kid, what do you expect? But lately I have been trying to put her down a lot into her swing or her rocker, and that's actually helping so much. She's starting to get really comfortable with sleeping in it. She's actually sleeping in her rocker right now as we speak, and it's just so great. I am enjoying being a parent so much. She is about to be a month tomorrow, depending on when I put this video out, but Monday she is going to be a month, and I am so excited, so excited. I can't believe she's going to be a month old. That's just so crazy to me, but it's so exciting. Seeing her features getting out more and more, you're starting to notice her features so much more, and it's just great. Her eyes are open more, she's alert, she loves looking at lights, she loves when we read to her, she looks at the pages, which you might see in a couple of my vlogs if you go check those out that are on our channel. But yeah, she went to her first doctor's appointment already. Just everything's going good. Overall, I'm really enjoying being a mom. I don't know if I'm gonna want to go through this whole process again in the future. I may want to down the line, like maybe 3 or so years down the line. But it's so nice being a mom. Maybe one more in the future, but I'm really enjoying just having this one baby right now. I'm going to be starting college in the fall, hopefully, and so I am glad that I'll only have her to deal with. She'll be around 6 months by then. Going to the park and stuff with her this summer is gonna be so much fun. I mainly watch her during the day when Danny's at school, but we are definitely parenting together because we are together, so it's just great. Family is a big help. I want to end this video letting every teen mom out there that is a mom already, a first-time mom, second-time mom, whatever you are, if you are pregnant, and if you're just any mom in general, regardless of your age, know that it may be hard sometimes. You're not going to get the best sleep in the beginning and all of this, but just know that it's so worth it. And seeing them grow every day is so worth it. And the fact that you took the initiative to take care of this child just means so much. And I hope you really just take this child and love them, protect them, do everything that you can. I'm getting emotional, I'm sorry. I'm a mom now, but this stuff just means a lot to me, and I just want you to know that you can get through it. Like, definitely, I believe in you, and I just know that through all the hard times, it's so worth it, because at the end of the day, even when she's crying and I don't get any sleep and all this, when I look at her face, I'm just so thankful that she made it through that whole process of pregnancy, because not everybody gets that. And being out here, she is working through it. She is so healthy and I love it. So just cherish every moment, because they do grow fast. Like literally this month has went by so fast. I can't believe she's already about to be a month. It's crazy to me. Also, in case I did not mention it, everything went well. My labor, delivery, pregnancy, there was no altercations with anything. Baby came out perfectly healthy, and we only had to stay there for 2 days because we were first-time parents, so they wanted to make sure we knew the ins and outs and basically every little basic thing, and we didn't need any assistance with anything. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here because this video is getting really long and I don't want it to cut me off. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I answered any questions that you did not get in the labor and delivery vlog. Don't forget to like, comment something down below, something nice. Tell me about your experience. If you have a video that's talking about your story, you can tell me about it. I would love to watch it. I love watching mom channels as well. And also let us know any other video ideas that you would want to see on this channel, and if you have any questions that I did not get to, or just about anything in general, you could leave it in the comment section down below. We love answering your comments, and so please feel free to comment. Positive comments, obviously. If they're negative, they probably won't get our attention. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we make a new video on this channel. But besides that, that's all I have to say. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and that's about it for now. So till next time.